Sebelum memeluk Islam, banyak orang yang berpikir bahwa dia dulunya adalah seorang penyihir atau yang mempraktekkan ilmu sihir. Apakah ini benar atau hanya sekedar misinformasi? Sekarang, mari kita dengarkan bersama penjelasan langsung darinya terkait isu di atas.
October 13th, 2023 is the first time I said the Shahada, and you guys might not be impressed on why I did it. Now, I completely understand where the confusion is. Somebody going from polytheistic beliefs jumping into Islam very quickly is kind of a weird situation. And before I tell you exactly why I reverted, I want to go over some of the miscommunications, some of the things people aren't understanding. I was never a witch or a Solomon practitioner. I always considered myself polytheistic. I studied every single belief system, not just one. I wasn't ever a witch or really an occultist. And I understand that everybody likes to put things in a nice little box and label it so it's very easy to understand, but this just really wasn't my case or my situation. I've constantly studied everything. Whenever it comes to religion, from start to finish, I've looked at every single path, and I looked at it with an open heart too. And when I say open heart, I even mean the Torah. Like, there was nothing off the table whenever I was trying to find the answers. And the last ritual I've ever done was September 6, 2023. Before even reverting, I stopped doing the rituals. People thought for a long time that I'm still doing it, but I really am not. And this is simply because prayer works fine. There's no point to do all these intricate rituals and hunt down all these herbs and spices just to work with a jinn whenever you can go to the source itself. Now, for those of you who understand the occult practices and how it works, there is a hierarchy, there's a tier system. Some spirits hold higher ranking than other ones. And for me, it was kind of like, why not try out the thing above everything else? Why am I working with this low-ranking shaitan jinn whenever I can just go to God himself? But what really made me revert was the Quran. And I know that's very anticlimactic, and I wish I had a cooler story for you guys, but really it was the Quran. The first time I opened up the Quran, the first time I read those words, something clicked. It changed. The peace that went through my body is a different level, something I can't ever explain. And I'd really love to come up with some cool, entertaining story for everybody on how I reverted, but really it was just the Quran. If you pick up the Quran and you read it with an open heart, you're going to revert too, and this goes for anybody. Now, what scares me the most about this entire situation is even though I was deep in polytheistic, even some occult practices, I was able to pick up the Quran and see everything. There are people that exist that you can hand them the Quran, they can look at that book and see no words on those pages. The thought of that existing, the thought of being that person scares the crap out of me.